Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into one of the most powerful SQL Windows function that is called row number. By the end of this video, you will not only understand what row number does, but you will also see it in action with the real world example like how to get the latest transaction for every customer that we will do in the last project and how to track monthly order trend by user. So let's get started. First question, what is row number? Row number is a SQL window function that gives a unique sequential number to each row based on the ordering you define. If I give you the format or you can say the syntax, it looks like this. Row number, just you have to write no number, then over partition by column to grouped order by column to sort, and that is either in two form, ascending or descending. For ascending it is default, so no need to worry about, no need to write anything, but for descending you have to mention it. And you can think okay, let me first show it like this is the thing, and you can think of it like saying, hey SQL, for every group that is partition, rank the rows in the order I tell you. I tell you means the column that I tell you, right? So let's go to the practical part and let's get started with first example, like how this actually work in the real world scenario. So we have here two practice set, that is practice set 1 and practice set 2, and if I run this first practice set 1, we have this customer name table, and second we have customer name without order. This customer name table is with order and as well as the transaction date and all. This second table is nothing, with order id and the customer name with order date. Here transaction things are not there, I mean transaction datas are not there. So let's say we have a transaction table. Okay, let's say transaction table only in this format, right? Here you can see we have a amount column, so amount column is like transaction table. And what is the goal from this table? To get only the latest transaction for every customer. So let's get started with the practical part, and let's write the first use case here. Get the only I mean get only the latest transaction for every order, right? Sweet and simple. And let's write the query right now. What we will do, we will write select everything, and let me tell you, the row number query is to be mentioned in the select format, right? I mean in select part. So right now we will be writing select everything, then row number. Okay, let me write it below this. Row number, open and close parenthesis, over, and in over we have to write what? Partition by the column name that we will group. Group, not, it's not about group by, it is group in the sense means the column that will create one group, that is the mean. So it's like partition by what column name we will group? We will group by customer name. So customer Alice will have a group, like one group. Bob will have a second group, because there are two Bobs, so two Bobs will be merged to one group. And this is last Charlie, that is having one data, so there is no grouping right now. So partition by customer name and order by the column we will sort, like we will sort here by transaction uh, date. Okay, transaction date is good. So everything is done, and right now we have to write from the table practice set 1. That's it. Now let's run this. So what we have received here, we have received for Alice, as I've told you, it will be in one group, so the numbering will be grouped in only Alice part. So for Alice we have 1 and 2. There is no third Alice, and there is no other group for Alice. So for Alice there are two data, so 1 and 2 will be shown here. And how it is shown? In the format of transaction date sorting. So one, like this first of 2023 will come on first, I mean rank, I mean the position 1, and second will come on the second position. Same goes for Bob. You can see we have order by transaction date, and we have two data for Bob. So each and every ranking or positioning will be done in Bob partition only. Bob partition in the sense only the rows which will have the name Bob, I mean as per customer name. So here customer name is Bob, and Bob is having only two data, so simple. So for first means 2023 one will having the first position in the Bob category only, and this second thing, this is third 2023 will have second position, because we have two. If we have three, it will be 1, 2 and 3, right? And at last we have Charlie, so there is no grouping for Charlie as there is only one data, so here we will get 1. So we have got the row number. Right now, as I've told you, we will get the latest transaction data. So for latest, I mean to find the latest, we have to see the earliest transaction date, and you can see the earliest transaction date here is those row number which is having 1, right? For Alice, earliest is like 2023 1. Here for Bob, earliest is 2023 1, and for Charlie, as there is only one data, so 2023 2. If Charlie would be having 2023 4, so 2023 2 will be only the latest transaction, because 4 comes after 2, so that's why. And whenever this is the main I mean concept, let me tell you this one more concept. Whenever you use anything related to row number like this, row numbering, always you have to use with CTE, with CTE 1 as. Why with CTE? Because as per order of execution, first of all this from will work, and then whatever is there in select it will work. And if we write like where row number is 1, so you know the order of transaction. In order of transaction in SQL query, first from will work, then where, then anything in select will get execute, right? I mean order of execution, not transaction, sorry. So from practice set, where if we write where row number equal to 1, it won't work, because for now SQL don't know where row number is, because row number part is not executed. Why not executed? Because row number path will execute it in third order of execution, and right now SQL is in second order of execution, right? If we write here where suppose we give this as Rn, so, and we write here as Rn equal to 1, this won't work. Why this won't work? Because this is the first order of execution. SQL will go to table practice set, then SQL will see like is there any row where Rn equal to 1. It will see the table, and it will see only we have this much data. So see, only we have this much data. So from here SQL will see like okay, there is no row number, there is no Rn, so how can we execute it? And if I execute in real life and show you, it will throw an error. It will tell rn not exist, because in order of execution it won't be there. See, if I do this right now, it will be there because I am not catching this up. So that is the reason, whatever help you take from row number, whatever data you use from row number column, anything, any windows function column, either it's be row number, either it is dense rank, either it is rank, always you have to use a ct, right? So with ct1 as this, and here you will write select. So as this is a table right now, because ct1 is a table, so from this table I can ask right now select everything from ct1 where rn equal to 1, right? That's it. So how it will execute from ct1, it will go, sql will go in ct1 table. So in ct1 table we have rn1 right now. SQL will go to this table and this will see where rn equal to 1. So it will go column by column. It will see, okay, transaction id no, customer name no, transaction date no, amount okay, this is also not, rn okay. It now SQL will see, okay, rn column is there and rn equal to 1. So it will only take those data where rn equal to 1. Let's run and see how many datas or how many rows do we get in output. See, 3 rows. For Alice 1, Bob 1 and Charlie, there is only one data, so only one we will get. So if you ask me about the explanation on smaller way or a small paragraph, I would say we group by customer name using partition by, we order by transaction date right now for the transaction which comes first, and we wrap it in a subquery and pick rn equal to 1 to get just the row. That's it. Rn equal to 1 to get just the row. So from here, what we have learned right now, we have learned row number as well as use of ct. And I know this concept is bit tricky, so I have decided to put one more example, or you can say a use case. What is the use case all about? The use case is all about monthly order trend per user, right? So let's go to practice set 2. Actually, practice set 2 is where we will experiment the second example. In this, we can see the table, and if I give you a situation, like imagine we have users placing order every month, and we want to analyze how active they were each month and assign an order number per user per month, right? Per user per month means per user per month, and right now we have only two users, Amit and Sneha, right? Table is created and this table query will be given to you in the comment section, no need to worry about. So what if I tell you to write the goal in a single line? It is like assign a monthly order number to each user, a monthly order number to each user. So this is our example 2 problem statement, you can say. So right now what we need a query. Let's write the query. Let's write select. So what column do we need right now? We need username. Username will get the customer name, then order date, okay, and then the main part, row number, right? In row number, as I've told you, you have to write over what? Partition by. So in this, tell me what we should do in party, like what we should write in partition by, what data is same in this table, so that we can do a partition by in positioning or giving number as per the data. See, here you will see these things like the name or the order id in some other table, it will be same, like, so those data which are same, like here customer name, is like repeated many times. So in this way you can do partition by. You can just group this data like Amit data in partition by. This will be a one group, means the positioning 1 2 3 positioning will be done in between this three data, or this three group, or this one group having three similar data like this, right? So partition by what? Username, and order by what was our question? To assign a monthly order number to each user. So order by order date. That's it. And let me give this a alias as what should we give? Monthly order number. Let me write it here as monthly order number from what is the table name? Practice set. Oh sorry, practice set 2, right? Let's see what do we get. Do we get any error or something? Okay, so we have received the data, and what we can see is that in January 5th and 20 and February 2, Amit has done some order, like Amit has done some order, so it will come in ascending order. So this is the first order that Amit had done in his transaction history, in his, I mean, order history. Second order was done on 20th. Third order was done on 2nd of Feb. Same thing for Sneha as well. So if you ask for explanation, I would say here what we have done, we have done partition by both user and month using order by order date, right? Monthly it is done. See, 1 1 and 2, 1 2 2 means Jan and Feb, right? And as you can see, order by order date has been done, and you will see the first, second and third order number for each user per month, right? That's the thing. That's easy, and that's very helpful window function that we will use in real life scenario as well. And like till here we have done our conceptual part. And row number, what is row number? I would say again, row number is your best friend when it comes to ranking, filtering or sequencing data in groups. Let me know in comment if you want a full video on rank, dense rank, or how to remove duplicates using Windows function. And let me tell you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more SQL tutorials. Until then, bye bye, take care, and let's meet at the project that is the final boss of our playlist. So bye bye, take care and happy querying.